next couple exercises that I'm going to give you requires extreme scale knowledge. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the 3-note per string scale shapes, and I've written the names of the modes on top of them. It's not really that important to know the names as it is to know the shapes, so that you can navigate your way across the entire fretboard. So we're going to go, I've got 4 shapes up here to start with. We're going to go through these 4, then I'll put the next 3 up, and that should take us all the way through. So I play a lot in Dorian. Before I got my current band, Dorian was my primary mode. Now that I'm playing with Critical Defect, I find myself playing in Phrygian more often and Phrygian dominant, so I'm doing a lot of harmonic minor stuff. So anyways, I'm reverting back to my original roots here. I'm going to have you basically playing in the key of A Dorian. But to start, we're going to play with the G major scale. So G, A is the second note inside the G major scale, and Dorian is the second mode, hence why I'm saying that we're playing in A Dorian. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to cover the entire fretboard. Now, with a 3-note per string pattern, and you're playing diatonic scales like this, there's really only 3 shapes that you need to know. And they're put together in different combinations as you move up the fretboard. But this first one gives you all 3 shapes without mixing and matching. So it's a pretty cool place to start. So we're going to call this, this kind of open up shape here in the bottom, we're going to call that shape 1. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that on your 3rd fret, starting on your low E. Okay, you're going to do that for 2 strings. So you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you have a new shape up here. Okay, so now the next pattern, we're moving our first finger up 1 fret. So we're going to be playing your 1st, your 2nd, and your 4th finger. So that's for the next two groups of strings. Then we move up 1 more fret, and then we're going to go 1, 3, 4. So that whole thing from, starting at the bottom, going to the top of the scale. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to this pattern and descend. So I'm just starting up here and working my way down. Then once I get down here, I move up 1 fret, and boom, I'm into the Phrygian. Then I move up again, and I come down the Lydian. Okay, continuing on, we have Mixolydian. Then I come up here to natural minor, Aeolian. Then Locrian. And then you're back to where you started, except you're descending this scale this time. So this is the G major. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to blast through the entire scale, and we're going to cover pretty much the entire fretboard. And this is where it becomes necessary to use that picking mechanic that we went over in the Paul Gilbert riff. Okay, you're going to switch your pick slant every time you switch strings, and this is going to enable you to escape that string and make it to the next string up. Right there, switch. So you got a downward pick slant, switch to an up. You hit the next string with an up, and then switch.